Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. You are that which will never appear. Once you realize that, everything and nothing is it. So what is the world of appearances? Senses. So you are not that you can sense. Feelings, you cannot feel. It is through your emotional heart, through the body. Know. You can know what it is not. You cannot know what it is. So all that belongs to the sense, I forgot sense, the sense of I. So all this belongs to the appearances. So that's why the emphasis is to hear you are not what appears, in order to realize, in order to make a fact of what's already there, your own nature, reality, the reality. Call it the reality because it is there, always there. Then what else do you want to? In the histories, in the stories of realizations which happen to a being, still in the history, the event of realization, it looks like they have a life where they are visited sometimes by ecstasy of the self or the bliss of the selves. So it's obviously one can see there are experiences. The only difference with other experiences is that there is no object of it. It is a self-experience. And yet, it's an experience. It's not always there. So don't be fascinated by those experiences which look much more beautiful and real than what the mundane experiences give. Because they need a body and a mind to be expressed in it. It is still arising. So run for the real thing. Who am I? Who am I? And stop there, because the answer will not be through the mind, nor the body, nor the senses, nor the sense, nor the feelings. In that direction, that fact, one day or now, is obvious. I don't know what more you have to know. And if you think you have to know something better, more clearly, please ask.
Ganga, I have a question.
Yes.
I can make my mind quiet real easily. That comes natural to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what the next step is. How to go further from there.
Yeah, there is a next step. Very good you ask. The next step is to ask to whom this happens. Who knows that I experience quietness now? So where do you go when you ask, who knows?
I have no idea.
Good. You cannot catch an idea. It's not an idea. So you go to that direction. That direction. Not to be caught by an experience. Let it be quietness.
Alright.
Yes. Have you seen, through some investigation, that any experience needs a subject, needs an experiencer? Have you seen that?
Yes.
So quietness happened to whom? To the subject, huh? And what's the name of that subject?
I have no idea how to put that in words.
Yeah, it's a universal saying. I, the subject. I feel. I have this experience of quietness. And of course, the magic of an experience is that quietness means I. So there is an identification there. No, not to stay there. As I told you, I tell in different ways. Go to the direction of, are you in I now, rather than quietness? Can you stay with I alone?
A little bit, but I'm more at the quietness and at the I.
Yes. So try to investigate. Whatever you will experience, make sure for you that it always happens to I. And when you say I, what do you mean? I can help you, but what do you mean when you say I? What do you think you mean?
I think I mean my true self, not this body, not who I think I am, not my perceptions about that, but something deep inside, like a spirit or...
Okay. Okay, but this experience of quietness happens to the body and the mind. No? Or to the deep emotions.
Maybe, yes.
Yes. So it happens to a person who at least thinks sometimes is a body-mind.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And what you say, your true self, right, you are always your true self, but to make it a fact, not to land on one experience of quietness, for example, you throw this I back where it didn't rise. Or you don't catch I. Can you catch what quietness if you don't catch I?
That's a good question.
Yeah, try to see by yourself. And then you tell me.
Ganga,
Yes.
irgendwie habe ich immer so eine Stimme in meinem Kopf, also eine richtige Stimme irgendwie. Und die sagt mir eigentlich immer so, was ich zu tun habe. So eigentlich denken, aber ich weiß nicht so richtig, was das ist.
I have like a voice in my head all the time that's telling me what to do or what to think, and I don't know what it is.
It's your mind.
Das ist dein Mind,
It is your mind who talks to you
dein Verstand,
and would like some answers.
der gerne Antworten hätte.
So, and it's the mind is belongs to whom?
Und zu wem gehört der Verstand?
Whose mind?
Wessen Verstand? Wem gehört der?
Is it Mama's mind?
Mir, aber
Yes, your mind. I have a mind.
Ich habe einen Verstand.
Ich. I have a mind. So, if you want to be freed from this Ich,
Also wenn du von diesem Ich befreit sein willst,
don't listen so much to what it's telling.
hör dem nicht so viel zu, was es sagt.
You just say Ich,
Sag's einfach ich,
let it disappear in you,
lässt es in dir selbst verschwinden
and you keep quiet there
und bleibst dort still,
whenever you like.
wenn immer du möchtest.
Yeah.
I want to expose this. Whenever I read like the Ganga Mira Satsang,
Yeah.
and it talks about always cool and untouched and all that, it gives me confusion because, and you just spoke about it earlier, but can you say a bit more about it? Because I get the idea that you're gonna always be as they describe, and you keep saying that it's not. And so, just,
If you speak of who you are, all those things are not considered, isn't it? If you speak of what is, you don't speak, you can't go back to behavior. No? I want you to tell me.
say again when you say,
If you speak of your real nature,
Yes.
if you go there, if you are it and somehow you turn your mind there, is there anybody with any behavior? So, just be there. You imagine the opinions if we start to put degrees. Oh, this one has been quieter or more unattached than that one, and this, or yesterday I was better than today, and imagine. So it's those scriptures, they are songs out of great inspiration, out of bliss, out of an overflow. They speak like this, which is the truth. At the same time, one can never describe what it is. So let's not feed the mind with anything.
Tomorrow I must fly back to Germany, and in the last 3 days there come so many doubts about how can I stay in Germany without this satsang.
There is YouTube.
I try, but it's more difficult for me.
Maybe not now, because you know
maybe
me.
after this, yes.
Yeah, try.
Yeah.
It's of great help,
Yeah. But before I come here, I try to watch you on YouTube, and after 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, but it may not be the same.
Yeah.
It may not be the same. Go there fresh. You will be maybe very delighted. You are not the same as you came and now as you leave.
I hope so.
Okay. And come back when you can.
Yes, in February.
Bodies go and come. And the mind also.
I have in the last weeks, or I don't know, I'm constantly in this negating, or day and night. It's like all the time. Okay, I'm not this, I'm that, and then there's moments. It's like a free falling, or then I just see that I know it. I know I'm not any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then just all the time the mind comes back so strong, and then I'm like in constant back and forth. But like I see it that when I talk with you, and at night when I sleep, I'm at peace, and the rest, no matter what I do, it's a constant suffering, a constant anxiety, and then I work with it like this. I don't really know what the question is. I just want to tell you where I am, or what can I do more or less. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Go on. You see, it's part of the illusion to think that you are in and out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So when you are out, if you have that vigilance, of course, you will be in a kind of busy with that. And it's a luck that you have some space where you are at peace, which is in fact what you are. It's never gone. What is gone is the expressions of peace, or the expression. One thought so much is the mind, you see, and it thought so much. I have to go back to myself. I have to or achieve myself. Actually, you are always yourself. That's never lost. So know that it is an illusion to think you are in and out. It's part of the illusion, that experience. It's a period like that. Try to be vigilant, not to confuse what you are for this body-mind, because body-mind has a lot of stuff, a lot of changes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Even you see to think you are in is a thought, huh?
Yes.
So that thought itself is fake, and that's why if you don't demystify that, you will think that when you go out it's real, as you think that to go in is real.
Yes, I see it goes so quickly. It's like, then I see, this is also thought. And then it's like a zapping on the TV. It's like, and then there's one moment like a break, and then, no, you have identified again.
But you see, okay, but who sees the identification? Because it's not that you will not have thoughts. when you know yourself. It's just that you don't confuse yourself. I don't know any other recipe than this, you know. And if there was ever a recipe, it would have been given. This is a direction. Go on, it's the right direction. And always remember, you see, all that is an hallucination to think that you have to fight. Actually, you have not to fight at all.
Yeah.
Yes. You see that you know that story of the rope and the snake. You can say that the mind is the snake. The mind is the snake. But once you have seen the rope, even if you shiver by instinct when you see the snake, you know it is the mind. So in a way, there is less effort in what you do. Just be vigilant to spot when the mind looks like appearing or gives you the feeling I've been identified in. It doesn't matter, whatever experience is there. The important is, oh, what am I doing? I have seen, I know it's a rope. There is no, in reality, there is no snake. It appears, it disappears. The rope was always, ever, and will always be a rope. Mm. Otherwise, it's a bit like an impossible task that a snake wants to be the rope. A snake wants to be a rope. And that's difficult. And he's so tricky that he may have an experience of a rope. But then he goes back to the snake. Because the base has been wrong.
Ganga?
Yeah.
I wonder a bit because if I try to stay as the self only, and I experience that things happen spontaneously and it's quite flowing. But now I don't feel so much in the flow. I don't feel so...
Yeah, because what you thought to be the self, it was never.
Really?
It was an experience. It's better I tell you, because then it explains why the rest can trouble, you see. It was never the self. What you took for the self was never the self.
Because if I would have really seen it, I would be gone?
Sorry?
Because I would be gone if I would really have seen it? Or what do you mean?
Because tell me how is the self? Tell me your experience. Why is it not now here?
It's just blurry around it.
What means blurring?
Blurry, like
Blossoming?
No.
Cloudy.
Ah, vague, yeah.
And my attention is not stable enough.
But the self doesn't need your attention. Yes. You made an effort. You had probably a preconceived idea of what is liberation, which we all have till we realize, I tell you. Don't worry about that. But then, it's still maybe a peep or an accomplishment of what you thought is liberation. And that's why the rest can be so real again, and so on, you see.
No, I don't understand.
You understand very well that I tell you that what you thought to be the self is not. You may be shocked hearing this, you may be not happy, but I'm very happy, because if you can take it, then it explains why you are in struggle. If you realize yourself, you see, the struggles happen to body and mind, and you will not confuse yourself even with that. It happens to the body, mind, okay, to circumstances.
But I feel a knowingness. Like
You feel a knowingness. Who feels? Try to see that what I say may be true, instead of trying to save your experience. It's good. You feel a knowingness. A knowingness of what? And who is there to feel them? You may have an experience that you feel yourself. I can accept that. Is it like that? But you see, a feeling still belongs to somebody. And so, because of that owner, it has to come and go. It appears sometimes, it disappears sometimes. Because I, who feels the knowing, as you say, I, who feels that, is still there. He has not been rooted out.
So I cannot have a true experience of the self as long as I am there.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Good. Excellent. So leave that aside and just keep quiet.
It's not so easy.
Why do you go to the mind who tells you that's nonsense?
So what I wanted to ask, was when I want to inquire.
Yeah.
Like I feel I can somehow construct like 5 or 6 identities that are really strong, and I don't know how to start with them.
Yeah, but who feels that? Tell me. Naturally. Who feels that? The whole world we say. Who feels that?
The identity.
No, but call it.
Huh?
Call. It has a name.
What?
It has a name, this identity. A universal name. Everybody in the world says the same word.
And I.
I.
Yeah, but
I is one. I.
But is there one eye? Or I just see many eyes.
No.
No?
I see many eyes. There is one I who sees many eyes, many roles, many beliefs, many convictions, many whatever. You cannot deny that. And if you deny, please investigate. See that there is first one I. One I. And then it takes, according to the wind, it dresses differently. But it's the same I who has different dresses.
I don't get that.
Yeah, you have to get it.
Yes.
Yes, you are intelligent. It's because your mind wants to not to hear, he wants to block.
Yes.
Because he knows he's in danger.
I hope so.
Yes, he is in great danger. If you don't get it now, remember what I tell you. Investigate. You have different eyes, they are dresses of one eye.
Like the consciousness that watches all.
Don't say the great words. Please. We are in I now. Because of those great words, you are confused. We will go step by step. Don't worry. We will wash away all what you learned. Because it's much more difficult to fix already a old house, to make it new than to start fresh.
Okay.
Okay? We start fresh?
No?
Yeah, now, yeah. Let's be quick. It will be quick. When you are ready, you tell me. But before I die.
Now I feel even more confused. I thought.
Okay. Who is confused? Who? Why you have a difficulty to spontaneously reply? Who is confused? Tell me what comes in your mind, and then we will see. Tell me, what comes in your mind?
I feel like I really saw.
Okay, if you really saw, better convince me. Okay, I would be very happy. Okay, you really saw, then keep quiet there then. But why this feeling troubles me? Why always I feel? Realization is not a feeling. Imagine if it was depending on a feeling, it would go and come all the time like anything else. That's what I try to tell you. If you reduce that to a feeling, okay, I can imagine you feel something vast and all that, or whatever, yourself, or the knowing, as you say, From where did you take this word, first of all?
Which word?
Yeah. So, I is there. I is there, you see. So you are fascinated, and I understand that, by this experience, which is of another order than the mundane experience. Finally, something else, a good escape. But you have not solved the real thing, because there is this I.
Yes.
So, then just ask, who am I? Let it disappear.
And not with every eye, just with the one eye.
There is only one eye, it's your invention. It's your invention, those many eyes. That's why this I want you to make it clear for yourself.
Yeah.
There is really not many I. There are many roles of I. I am a mother, I am a grandmother, I am a so-called teacher, I am a disciple of Papaji, I am this, I am bad, I am good, whatever.
But I use the roles, no? And I use roles to...
Yeah, but there is only I. I am bad, I am good, I am a teacher, I am a mother, I am a grandmother, I. It all happens to I. This has to be clear, crystal clear. When you don't understand, you ask me, up to, we come to that. This is essential. And after this I, like that. Otherwise, what? Huh?
Okay, so for example, if there comes one eye full of hate, and the same.
Who sees that? Who sees that?
I
see an aspect of me full of hate. That may be more correct.
Yeah.
I see an aspect of me full of love. I see an aspect of me happy. I see an aspect of me despaired. All those moods belong to I. Doesn't click?
Not really.
But you can take your time to see that.
But what do I do with the different eyes?
But don't call them eyes. Call them aspect of I, if you like, or a mood, or what else could we say? A color, or.
So what to do with the colors?
But first, I want you to see that there is only one I. I wake up, I go to sleep, I dream. I see the world, or I don't see the world. I see the sunset. I am hungry, I eat. This I is amazing, it's overpowering the full world. And every being says I at the same time. Imagine. It's quite noisy. If somebody, I ask because I don't even know you much. So who are you? What you will tell me? You don't think so much. I mean, what you would tell me?
I am. I'm.
You would say that in a normal way. I am.
No.
No. What you would normally? You are no more normal. You became too spiritual. So
Yes.
come back. Yeah. So who are you? I would be more happy with a very banal answer. Who are you?
Banana.
Banana. Yeah, that's a mood. I am banana.
No,
It's
I
a
don't
quality. Who is banana? I. Not I am a banana. I have a banana. You can take your time, but it's worth to investigate. And when you have some answer, you tell me. Or some question more. I just tell you, normally, if somebody, I go to the embassy, say, who are you? Oh, I am Belgian, I'm born there, I'm a woman, I don't even say they see it. You see, you say those things. You tell those things, no? Now, if your guru asks you, who are you? He would be very happy that you don't describe your body and mind. I agree. Yeah? In answering. But if one is afraid of his guru, he will not lie. So he will say, I am bliss. I feel bliss. I am space. He will reply like this. And then the teacher knows where the student lands and why he seeks more.
Because he's afraid.
Because he's afraid. He will not say, I am the self, simply. Through pride, if it is not real.
But isn't the pride saying I'm the self also? So when you are
It depends. The master knows when that smell is there. When you say through the mind I'm the self, it stinks.
Yes.
And the master, they don't like stinky things. No.
But that's my problem, because the stinky things are the aspects.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I want to get rid of the smell.
No, get rid of thinking that I is real.
Yeah.
That's efficient. So who are you? Reply as it is your.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Okay. But I still dare to say so. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I cannot know. He understood that he cannot grasp this by knowledge or by something else. I don't know. So from here you ask, who is this I? Who am I? Where do you go when you ask this question?
I don't really get to it because my mind gets so noisy.
Yeah, doesn't want to. Okay, but then do this exercise and he will be less noisy. You will get used that you really don't want to hear the noise, but you want to go with who am I? Mm-hmm. The noise, you see, it's in the market that there is noise. So you can cross the market with one thought. Who am I? 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 Or yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
I'm not completely sure how it was, but last time I was here,
Yeah.
the tension got caught on something you're saying, like that realization happened after Papaji left the body, and that you saw later why it was so. Is that more or less correct?
Why? Yeah. Okay. Well, I understood that the urgency made so. Yeah.
And if you could say something on that, why was that so?
I don't like to speak of events, but surely in the story of the seeker, which is me in this case, because you ask, there was an event created by the passing away of my master, because I could never, I knew, it was crystal clear, trust somebody else, and then what? I dedicate my life for this, so I had to be quick. Because I knew I cannot ask anymore to him if I had any doubt or any question. So that created an urgency. But you see, this I understood, and the realization is not the event. Now, that's why I speak, because it's my experience. The mind very rarely creates this moment of urgency, because the mind is in time, and it is always at the best tomorrow. You see. So be careful. I just say it's also a trap of the mind, because what you are, you have not even to accomplish it. It's here now. The moment you don't listen to your mind, that's all.
Thank you.
You see, you go to a teacher because you need help. You need to be helped. You can still go to a teacher because you love him, sure. But let's speak about the help. So, if he is no more available, it creates in you quite a shock. Okay, now I'm on my own. What does it mean?
But available in a form.
Yeah, sure.
And if...
No, but I speak about my story.
Okay.
The master never dies because he's not a body-mind.
So...
So, we have to keep the paradox. Till realization comes, we need the body, the language of that teacher. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise you can make a lot of fantasy of what you think, or you are convinced that the master tells you. Mm-hmm. Even Papaji had to meet Ramana Maharishi. And don't ask about Ramana, it's a special case. Maybe in 100,000 years there is a Ramana something. So.
Ganga. There are days this subject come
Okay.
time to time. I was struck a few days ago in one satsang, something you said, and I was stunned, but later I didn't remember what you said.
Ah, yeah.
I was listening
To him.
to the friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Jean-Marc.
Yeah.
Who is in deep samadhi. Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening the audio,
Mm.
and then what about attention?
Mm.
You told him attention to what?
Mm.
Because with attention you create somebody attentive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this struck me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
for me it was the same as vigilance.
Yeah.
And then I listened the previous satsang, and you said vigilance is not to bring the eye.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
I was
Yes. So you are clear.
Yeah, I am.
Bas. You see the mind. You see the mind. It's crazy. And he gets very crazy with this subject because he cannot catch it. It's really- Okay. What is so nice? You see how the mind, he likes to grasp always.
Yes.
He grasps.
A lot.
Yeah, and we suffer because of that.
Yeah.
So don't think. And when you start thinking, no, this habit, okay.
Yeah, when I try to not think, I always start suppressing. But
You will not do maybe now.
Hmm?
Maybe you will not do it now.
Hmm.
You will not do it now. It's all imagination, suppression. The only word suppression makes real that it's in one drawer somewhere in your big mind. If you don't say suppression, it's nothing. The same thing that you think you put in a drawer evaporates. one is very, very impressed by the description he gives always to himself. Very impressed, you see. Don't be so impressed. There's nothing. Next day or next moment you will say something else. So what is the consistency of it?
But how can I grasp it really?
How can you grasp? No, don't grasp. Don't grasp. You cannot grasp yourself. You are yourself as you always are, but as a fact when you don't grasp.
No, I mean, how can I make a strong choice not to go with the stupid things?
That is your desire to be free. You have to be invaded by that desire. It's essential. And if you are not totally, satsang puts fire on it. Because you see, you have to start to see that it's, after all, it's very important to free yourself from hallucinations. You will always be unhappy in hallucinations, even if there are some moments of relief. You will never be satisfied. So, make your choice stronger, more clear. For that you have to be a bit clearer about what you want. What do I want? What's my priority? What I really want? That you have to do. Okay?
But can this I make a strong choice?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah?
of course. Of course. You see, materialistic mind is a sick mind. Spiritual mind is a sick mind. Discriminative mind is healthy. So, go for discrimination. What's real, what's not real? What is this I pronounce all the time? What is this, what is that? It's not this, it's not that. Yeah? Good. See? You make a decision.
yesterday on the beach about this breath. This morning we saw the thing behind it and then it was over.
It's over. It's over.
Thank you. Ganga,
Yeah.
you gave me this bone not to pick up any thought.
Yeah.
So this is until the last breath, or is there any end of this?
Well, a bone has the nature to come and go. But do you still need it?
There's a strong sticking to it, yes. The mind is very
I
busy
think-
with this one, so
I think the village is still there. So
stick to it.
stick to it. It will go by itself. It will go by itself. You are
The mind
already
won't
fed up?
always. The mind brings always how. It's also a
You
thought
see,
I know,
even
but
this,
he is busy with this
Yes, yes. Even this.
impossibility of something.
Yeah. And also it brings you a full life with that bone. You know? It looks, oh no. Don't worry. It helps you?
Yes. Maybe the real fire is that you don't touch any thought anymore because
Sure. But don't worry if a thought or the body expresses something according to circumstances. You see, you can act, but without being the doer. This is the main.
mostly it's about the subject not to pick up any thought anymore because
It's only a
the
subject.
mind has understood that he cannot realize.
Yeah, yeah. It's
In
only
daily
the
life I have to use the mind for
Yeah, yeah. There is no problem with that. It's I who wants to own, you see. Even realization he wants to own. So. And when you don't think, is there any I there?
no.
You see, we think that we can live only if we pick up all the time something. And the whys, they show us that they have also a life going on. and their mind may be busy also with a few things, but they have beach, you say, or space of not touching the mind, of no mind. In that way, one say, they abide in the self. They abide in the self. Maybe they're busy sometime where they go back in themselves. Nothing ever happened. And this is it's the opposite for those who seek. They may have feeling or peeping into the self, which is still a veil, and where they go back, it is in the mind. Where any happiness could be there, nothing. Instead of just being oneself, having space for living. You don't need to all the time use your mind. It's a lie. It's not necessary to always use the mind. And so.
Maybe not at all, also possible.
You will tell me. You see, we are 1 hour in satsang. We don't touch much, or we don't touch the mind, and we still breathe, we still laugh, we still speak. Then what? What's the difference? And there is a great difference. You are appeased? You are appeased?